Hey guys, Cash One coming at you with a brand new video. This video is gonna be for Tim Talks Talkies community tag for the 25 movies, top 25 movies of 1990s. So from the 90s. So I have my list here. And shout out to everybody who's been doing it. You guys are awesome. Shout out to Tim for doing this awesome list. This community thing. He's doing this list that on I believe April 8th. I think it's April 8th. He's gonna have a huge live stream with quite a few other creators in there, and they're gonna go through all the lists, which he's working on, all the lists that are coming in. I know he has like almost 100 lists that he has to go through, and then they're gonna come up with, there's a point system that he's doing, and then they're gonna come up with the ultimate like 25 movies from the 90s, which I couldn't imagine all that work that you have to do, Tim. That's crazy. But this with what I've been doing with trying to like figure out a top 25, which there's so many titles I've left out, but I came to my favorite from like, these are from like the early 90s, and this is very, very heavy on the action. So without further ado, I'm just gonna go through these, and comment down below, guys. Let me know what your favorites are, if you want to leave in the comments like the top 25 and all that good stuff. So let's get to it. So number 25, and these like the 10 are like pretty like in order. The ones before that are kind of just like all over the place. So number 25, Last Boy Scout. Super fun movie, love it. I had to have some Bruce Willis on there, so I'm like, I gotta have Bruce Willis on here. Number 24, this is actually the first rated R movie I saw in the theater. I saw this with my uncle, and that is Double Impact with Van Damme. This was like, I had this in and out of here. I had 12 Monkeys in here, and then I'm like, okay, yeah, let me put Double Impact back in here, because this was in and out. And then at number 25, I had originally had Scream in there, and I took it out. So some of these I'm naming now, they're not in here because they're gone now. So number, let's see where we're at, 23. 24 was Double Impact. Number 23, Falling Down with Michael Douglas. Right there. Number 22, Dragon Bruce Lee Story. I had Rumble in the Bronx in there. I took it out. It's just, I was trying to think of movies that I've watched so many times that I felt like were more truer to my youth, as when I was growing up, the movies that I played on repeat so many times. And this is what this list is. A lot of these movies I've watched so many times, and I could pop them in any day of the week and be very happy with. Number 21, Rapid Fire with Brandon Lee. Awesome movie, guys. If you have never seen this, highly recommend checking this out. Rapid Fire is such an awesome action movie from the 90s. Next we got, let's see, number 20 is Marked for Death with Steven Seagal. I had another one in. I switched it out. The other one I had in, I'll say it later because it landed up higher in the list. So, Marked for Death was number 20. Number 19, Harley Davidson and the Marble Man with Mickey Rourke and Don Johnson. Number 18, which I highly doubt anybody's actually going to have this in the list, but this is one that I used to watch all the time, so I had to have it in the list. And it's Stone Cold with Brian Bosworth right here, which is actually getting a new release from Kino coming up soon, with like a slip covers, a new 2K scan, which I probably will be picking that up as well. Super fun action. really early 90s, like 91. Super cool. Byron Bosworth's character goes undercover as a biker in a biker gang and stuff to like you know was it Lance? I think it's Lance Henderson's character. He's like the head of the biker gang, and they plan on like going to like the what is it, the Supreme Court, and they want to kill this judge, and Brian what's his name, Brian Stone Cold's character, Stone Cold, yeah, Joe Huff. He's going to go undercover so they can infiltrate the biker gang so they can stop him before he does it. Or get in there, you know. Awesome movie. Highly recommend checking it out, guys. Number 17 had to have some Clint Eastwood in here, and that's The Rookie. There's so many Clint Eastwoods that are awesome. But this one I've watched so many times, and again, like I said, I wanted to be truer to what I grew up with. And this one is one that I really loved watching back in the day. Next here, another one I don't think is going to be on the list at all, is on anybody's list, that is. Number 16 is Gladiator, with Cuba Gooding Jr., Brian Dennehy, James Marshall. Such an awesome movie, guys. If you haven't seen this, it's a boxing film. Really, really good. Some good 90s music in here. Highly recommend checking this out if you have never seen it. It has a Blu-ray on like import, but not out here. So really wish this would get a US release. Next, number 15, Showdown Little Tokyo with Dolph Lundgren and Brandon Lee. This is actually the first time I seen Brandon Lee. Like I remember going to the video store and seeing the shelves with this on there. And I picked it up and I was reading it. I'm like, Brandon Lee, is that Bruce Lee's son? And I'm like reading it, and it was the first time like I was introduced to Brandon Lee. And super awesome movie. It's directed from the same director that did Commando. What is it? Mark L. Lester. Looking at my Commando poster up there. It's super short. It's like 80 minutes, but it has so much action, over the top action. And it flies so fast. But I mean, the movie is awesome. I mean, I highly recommend this if you guys haven't seen Showdown Little Tokyo. Okay. Number 14. Toy Soldiers with what's his name? Sean Astin from the Goonies. Will Wheaton, a bunch of awesome actors in here. Super. Lucas Jr. is in here. Awesome cast. Super fun film. Number 13. Pump Up the Volume. I believe this is 1990. Christian Slater. Another fun one here. I'm not gonna talk too much about them now because I want to make the video super long, and the position that I'm in, my legs are getting cramped up. So, number 12, we have a comedy here. Most of these, like that was a drama, and this is a comedy. So we have a few comedies in here, but for the most part, very heavy on the action. The Super with Joe Pesci. There you go. Joe Pesci plays a slumlord who is sentenced to a month in one of his buildings, and he has a month to clean it up or he's gonna go to jail. And super fun. There's some awesome antics that go on where he the apartment is so run down and all this stuff is going on. He's trying to fix it. At first he's trying to go around fixing his stuff, and I'm not gonna say too much about it, but I am gonna say it's an awesome movie. Definitely needs a Blu-ray. And again, if you guys haven't checked it out, the Super, highly recommend checking that one out. Next, number 11, Out for Justice with Steven Seagal. We have another Steven Seagal. This was originally lower. This is where Marked for Death. This is the one I switched out. So again, another one I watched so much when I was young growing up. I watched a lot of Seagal and a lot of Van Damme. So yeah. Next we have at number 10. We're in the 10 spot now. So number 10, right? Was that 11? That was 11. Yeah, okay. Number 10, we have Demolition Man. One of my favorite actors, Sylvester Stallone, and I didn't have him in here a lot. I think this is the only time I actually do have him in here. Which I also like Cliffhanger, but it's not in here. Which I thought about changing and stuff around for Cliffhanger because Cliffhanger is awesome. But Demolition Man I love so much. Seen this in the theater with my uncle. Another one that I saw in the theater with my uncle, who's no longer with us, passed away. Like I don't know, maybe 7 years ago now. But yeah, so such a fun movie. Sandra Bullock's in here as well. Wesley Snipes. All great performances. Super fun movie. Futuristic movie here. All right, next we got number 9. And it's Van Damme movie here. It's Hard Target. This is the 5-pack here, but it's for Hard Target right there. John Woo, directed by John Woo. Super awesome. Lots of fun action in this one. Moving right along again. Next we got number 8, Home Alone. One of my favorite Christmas movies of all time. I watch this every year, like throughout the whole month. This is probably played like every day in the background when we're doing like the Christmas decorations and stuff. Home Alone is a staple in the house. Definitely have to watch this every year. Number 7 is going to be Terminator 2. Has some Arnold there. Had to get some Arnold in there. Love Terminator 2. Number 6. Let's see if I can move these up now. Number 6 is going to be. I think this is Tim's number 1. I believe it's number 1 on his list. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's your number 1, Tim. Is seen this again in the theater with my uncle. This is one my dad wanted to see that he never got to, because by the time it came out on VHS, it took like 16 months, I think, to come out on VHS. He wanted to see this really bad, so but he didn't get to. One of my favorites, Jurassic Park. Super awesome. Next here, number 5. It's gonna probably surprise a lot of people that's on number 5. I actually was like toying with moving it up the list more, you know. But it's number 5, and it's because it's my favorite trilogy. It's the last part in my favorite trilogy, and it's for Back to the Future Part 3. This is the trilogy steelbook here. Number 4, we got some more Van Damme, and we got Time Cop right there. This one I used to watch when it first came out. I had got it early, and I watched it like all the time before it, like for like a month or so. I think we had it early, and I watched it. Then it came out on VHS, and I got it, and I watched it literally like 2 months straight. Every day for like 2 months straight, I watched Time Cop. Could not get enough of Time Cop. Number 3 is this is an import. I believe this is from Spain. It's True Lies. This is our regions. I believe I got this off of eBay. It's a good transfer too, guys. So, but I'm hoping we get a U.S. release real soon. With Avatar coming out this year, I'm hoping to see. Hopefully, True Lies gets a U.S. release. You know, maybe a 4K Blu-ray combo or something. I mean, fingers crossed, guys. I think it's coming, but you know, we'll see. With James Cameron finally not working on the avatars as much as he was. I mean, he's getting the next one ready, but now maybe he can look at some of those transfers and approve this stuff so we can get those movies that we've been waiting for. So, all right, next, last 2 is going to be one that I've watched a lot more than probably Time Cop. Is Speed. Saw this a bunch of times in the theater and just couldn't get enough of it. So it had to be number 2. And number 1 is probably going to surprise a lot of people, but it's my number 1, and it's The Crow with Brandon Lee. This movie meant a lot to me when it came out. I remember when Brandon Lee passed. My dad was still alive, and he had he told me, like, he heard on the radio that Brandon Lee had been, you know, in the accident, shot or whatever. And this is before we even knew that he had passed. And then I remember coming home from school, and then, you know, Brandon Lee had passed. And then by the time this came out, my dad had already passed. So this came out in May, and my dad passed in February. So I remember thinking out loud about my dad when I went to go see this, and then that Brandon Lee had passed too. It just was a kind of an emotional one, but I watched it so many times when when it came out on VHS. Watched it so many times. I think I was like 16 when this came out, so it was a hard time. But this movie meant a lot to me at the time, and still does. And that's why it's number 1. So again, Tim Talkies, thank you so much for doing this awesome community tag for everybody to get on here and do these fun lists. This list was, like, I've been working on it for a few days now. And I didn't even like know that that this was going on for until last week, and I was like, wait, I need to jump on this. So anyway, again, link will be down below, guys. I will tag you, Tim. I will send you an email with the list and link to the video and all this good stuff. Until next time, guys, Blu-ray This is Awesomeness. If you're new to the channel, you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, comment down below, hit the like, all that good stuff. Until next time, guys, peace out.